Hello, I'm Michael
And I'm Jill.
for Michael and Jill's Travel Adventures. Click below to subscribe to our channel.
We've been trying to find the questions that are being talked about the most and the confusion about stuff. And one of them is tipping. That seems to be a huge thing. Um, Tipping, some of it is just what you want to do. Carnival charges you gratuities, and you can either prepay them or pay them while you're on the ship, correct?
Yes.
And I forgot how much they are per person. You usually know.
Well, since this video will be out there, it's X per person per
Okay.
day, and that covers gratuities to your room steward, your wait staff in your main dining room, and the auxiliary people in the dining room, and it's also split down the line where a little bit of that money goes to a lot of people, but those are the main people that it goes to.
Also, if you get the Cheers package, the gratuity is also included in that one. You can tip above and beyond if you want to. I think Michael explained it to me is there's a percentage that's charged for gratuities on the Cheers, and if you get a drink at a bar that night, then everybody that works in the bar splits that tip. If you put, I usually do $1 or $2. If you do it, whatever you do, that amount goes straight to the person that actually made your drink for you.
And if you don't have Cheers and you order a drink, the gratuity that's put on there automatically, that automatic gratuity does not go to that waiter that brought it to you. It is split in that pot for everybody working that area that night. The specific, if you want that waiter to get your tip, you have to write that amount in.
So one of the things people are asking us about how much money they should bring and who to tip and whatnot. One of the things, the first person we usually want up tipping is the porters. They are not Carnival staff, but they are, what's the word for it? I can't think of it. Contracted. And I've heard they make good money. I have not researched that, but we still customary. Michael was saying $2 a bag. We usually give them $5. I've seen people give them 20s. It just depends on what you want to do. Some of them have helped us with our tags and made sure everything was labeled correctly. So that's usually the first person we tip. In Galveston, we usually park and ride a shuttle bus over, so we tip the bus driver a few bucks. One of the things when we bring cash on the ship, it's usually anything from 1s to 20s, so we can tip as we want to.
You also, if you're going to be a person that does tip, and tip in cash above and beyond the gratuities, you need to think about your.
We have a special guest, our cat Stinky.
Yes, our cat has decided to join us. When you go on excursions, taking money off the ship for any tipping that you may do or any cab fare, that type thing, we recommend smaller bills to be used if you're going to go into different countries. That way, trying to get the correct change back if you're buying something, or if you do have to break a bill, if you're going to give a tip or whatnot, then it makes it easier just to give.
So Michael jumped ahead of the whole thing. So after the porter, the next person that gets a tip on the board, usually you can drop your stuff off because your rooms aren't ready till 1:30 if you're priority and all that. So you got to drop off your carry-ons at 1:30, and I usually try to find our room porter. Usually you can't find them right then, but once our room is ready, I find them, and I give them $20 immediately. Somebody taught us that trick. And for the most part, now Stinky's attacking me. For the most part, it works for better service. We've only had it backfire on us one time, and that was, she didn't give us bad service, but she didn't go above and beyond what we're used to with most of our room stewards. So that's the next person we usually tip. Then as excursions go on, we usually tip, the bus driver, the tour guide, and different people like that, a few bucks here and there.
Also, your main dining room wait staff, normally we'll tip them
The last night of the cruise.
the last night of the cruise. Some people have asked, well, what do I do about tipping if I'm doing anytime or your time dining? You can either do that per night, or you can do it at the end of the cruise as well. If you want to ask for the same wait staff every night, you can do that. If they are working, you can try to get in their section.
We usually give the head waiter the bigger tip, and then we get there's one right under the head waiter, we give him, and the third one the same amount. Usually your third waiter is like an apprentice training for that department. So they're learning slowly, but that's usually how we break it down, because the head waiter, he's usually the one that orchestrates everything for your dinner. I will touch on something that some people don't like. If you're going to go on a cruise, budget. Don't just go crazy spending money and freak out when they send out the statement that has the gratuities added to it, and take your gratuities off. There are some people that they take the gratuities off and they pay cash for everything. They say they tip more than what they would have gotten normally. That's fine. But if it's because you drank too much and I see you in that long line the day it comes out taking it off, I'm not going to be happy with you. You can ask Michael. That happened on one cruise. We were trying to figure out why the line was so long, and then we realized gratuities went out on everybody selling sign card, and people had not budgeted for that. These people work hard. They work crazy amount of hours for us. The least you can do is leave that on.
Well, you also need to leave a little bit in there for your shuttle bus driver going back to your car if that's what you have.
And also, if you use a porter, they get your luggage to your car. We carry off our own luggage, so we don't ever use a porter. But yes, you need to make sure you budget some cash for that also.
And for those first-time cruisers worried about taking, some cash, a lot of cash, whatever, there are safes in the room, and the room steward cannot open that safe. That is something that we had lost the combination. We know
somebody put the wrong combination in. I don't know who that would be, and they had to call a special person just to do it. But what he's trying to say is, like, excursions, we count out a certain amount of money. We don't take all our cash with us, and that's what we take. So we're not caught. If something happens, God forbid somebody steals it from us or something, then we still have cash left for the rest of the cruise. We've never had an issue with anyone getting in our safe, messing with anything.
And speaking of that, we do have another video that talks about how to set up your different cards, whether it be debit card, credit card, cash account, or whatever. We've got another video that talks about that. So again, click below, click subscribe, and you'll be notified for all of our videos when we're doing the new ones. With that being said, I'm Michael.
And I'm Jill.
From Michael and Jill's Travel
Our
Adventures.
special guest, Stinky.
See you next time.
Bye.